Like this guy, Hanzo, right here on screen, is eating some delicious sashimi, and it just keeps popping back up again. All you can eat sushi in Overwatch 2. I can't wait. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Ecopoint podcast. I've decided to throw in another special episode. The news just keeps coming thick and thin, so I've got some reinforcements to help me here. Greedy Ogre and KJ. Say hello.
Hello.
How are you guys been?
Hi.
Hello.
Been fine, just a little tired, but I'm happy to be here.
Well, that's good to hear, KJ. Ogre?
I'm also doing fine. It was cold today, but now I'm inside and it's warm and cozy and I feel nice.
Oh, cozy. Over here, it's nice to be warm in New Zealand, but there's still tropical weather, so storms, nothing shocking really, just like pitter-patter of rain in comparison, until we eventually finally get into summer when it's winter in the other side of the world. So please, I can't wait. I can't wait for Overwatch to be here and I can stay cozy in bed, just watching Overwatch content and making more of it.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. That's what's guaranteed next week. But a lot of people, there's a lot of things to ask about Overwatch 2. So there's a couple of topics that we can go through from our previous episodes. Have you guys heard about Kiriko?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Fox Hero. Yeah.
The Fox Hero.
Yeah. I remember the teaser still. It was pretty cool. I don't know when it was. Maybe a month ago or something. Maybe more, longer. It was just a fox and I was very intrigued by it.
Ah, yes. And so, as of this morning, we've actually seen a whole blast of content creators. It's a very, very sexy looking footage, which I was promised when I saw Kiriko in action. You know, ninjas, kind of experience, fragging with her ultimate and having a right click, her daggers doing 3 times the critical hit damage than normal. I think she's going to be a really special support. We've seen it with Zen, how you can be really bloodthirsty with a support character. But just with the right heroes, we've seen ML7, we've seen your standard Ana mains starting to feel really keen to start getting some kills off of DPS way harder than anyone. And this new ability, just bringing everyone along, taking charge and actually be able to call out a push, that's going to be really, really good. What are you guys' thoughts on some of the gameplay you've seen so far?
I've only seen SK because I love SK. And SK also stated in a tweet that Kiriko is the support that does the most damage right now and of all time. So I guess she's better than Sen in that aspect. And I was afraid of her projectiles when I heard that they were slower than Lucio's projectile thingies, but they don't look that slow to me. Well, of course,
Yeah,
they're
they
slow,
don't look slow. I don't know.
They're okay.
Yeah, just looking at this ML7 clip, yeah, it's very quick. There's suggestions about, just keeping your eye on your flick shots. You could try to treat it like Cassidy, where you just kind of click and bang and click and bang. I guess that could kind of work. Let me have a look at
You
this
can
case.
treat it like Hanzo, right? So you like with Hanzo when he tensions a bow, when he puts tension on the bow, you just it's basically Hanzo. Yeah, it's Hanzo and Genji in one. They combined it, and I'm really happy to see that because I love Shimada Brothers.
And wall riding Shimada Brothers, and then your fellow teeny, the same age as Genji, if anything, with the way that I've seen her hang out in some of the lore. I had something that I was hoping to read along, but I couldn't actually find it in the lore category or some of the news. Oh, SK reacts. I don't know what she's saying, but I can tell that she can't wait to actually play this across everybody. Oh, look, Deku and Warren. This is all from the content creator meetup that they did in LA. I think they flew all sorts of players into the US. Had a nice little meetup. Several Twitch and YouTube content creators for Overwatch. That's very hard to keep up, especially after the last 3 years, but I feel like that's pretty satisfying. You can go up and just see all of them together and you get to play these private games, and then you have the footage before anyone else does. So
I like the
really
clown.
The clown.
Yeah, that was sort of good timing.
But I want to say something about Kiriko. I really like her gameplay because it's fast paced. Like she's not just, stay with your team and like just be slow, heal, yes, but her gameplay seems really dynamic. I really like the wall climb. I like the teleport. She looks really fun. So
Oh, I mean,
I
just
can't wait to try her out.
look at that screen. Very simple, so elegant. And just hang
Yeah.
those Ofuda
Oh.
charms. And then a
A
blade
tweet I
in the
need to
other.
find. A tweet I need to find. I don't know if Overwatch Cavalry actually posted that tweet, but there was a collection of all the new hero selection screens, all the new animations, and they look so pretty.
Oh, they are so smooth
Pretty.
and so pretty. And so these kind of plays that they can have, why is it that she's more mobile than someone like Brigitte, who has like a shield bash and she could do some parkour at the time? I think they nerfed that, so you can't go whip, shield bash, and you could like make it across gaps on the map. How come it feels like Brigitte might be different in that extent compared to Kiriko?
Honestly, it's a nice question, but with Brigitte's shield, I felt like that was too oppressive. Like instead of like a defensive ability, if that makes sense, like with the stunning was way too strong. Again, that could be the case with Kiriko as well, but I haven't tried her out, so maybe she would also receive some tweaks in the future. I don't know much about Brigitte changes currently. Like, do we have anything on that? Like, things they've changed or something? Because I don't really
Nothing
remember.
stood out since the
Yeah.
first beta where her stun is removed. So she can still
Oh,
shield
it's
bash
removed,
and knock back.
really? Oh, okay. No, I didn't
That's
know
the
that.
biggest one.
Wow.
Yeah, so to
That's
stop
huge.
the number of crowd control abilities from taking over, Brigitte
Yeah.
will have slightly more unusual reactions where you would expect her to completely shut down ultimates. She doesn't do that now.
Yeah.
She just kind of nudges them back. And so that displacement with the whip shot will feel
Mm-hmm.
probably the same. But she feels more comfortable in Overwatch 2 because she's not as ridiculous with her stuns. It doesn't completely erase her skill set because she still has her armor packs.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's her uptime with the Inspire, her passive healing. That's actually, I think, way stronger than what I'm seeing with the healing that Kiriko can do. Because it's like that slow trickle that you see when she's healing from a distance. The further away she is, the more likely you need to swift step into your teammates to
Yeah.
try and help
yeah.
out with the team fight, just like that. Not scripted. I just knew that was how you had to play her.
Well, I'm
Oh.
glad they buffed some perspectives on Brigitte and like they didn't just take out the stun and left her as is. So I'm glad they did that at least with the passive healing. So I'm really curious to see how people are gonna play her now. Actually,
Oh, the boob.
No, that's
For SK.
poor SK. SK Overwatch is back, baby, and it's not just the Lucio wall rides. That's a great series of hers that you should check out if you haven't heard about it. Oh, I noticed the elimination little symbol that just popped up there on the profile. It's not like you wouldn't know that you did, but at least you know that you're watching someone else's perspective. Yeah, and then it goes straight back to things right there. Was there any particular plays that you recall from some of these matches with SK? It's a fairly long video, but so was this one too.
There was one on Rialto on the high ground. I think she took like.
I
took
wonder
out,
if
like,
that's
2
the
people.
same Rialto game, because these would have been like very small lobbies, very small private lobbies
But
between
SK is on Genji.
these teammates, the players that they played against. Some developers were in there. I'm just keeping an
how
eye. Ooh.
recent is this footage? Is it like from?
This would
when?
have been like last month, I think, in private.
Oh, okay.
And this
alright.
has only now been published because it's available to release as per Blizzard's NDAs. So just imagine hanging on to this much content for this long, and everyone's thinking, well, where's the updates? There's like
Yeah, it's
nothing to
pretty
talk about.
impressive.
So I think it takes a lot of willpower not to have to share all this at once, because you eventually get to, but at that point, everyone has heard about who Kiriko is. But right now, nobody else has but you and your small ragtag team of content creators. So I think they have a hard time trying to keep that a secret. I think people have definitely been tempted to, but not when you've got a lot of legal reasons
Yeah,
not to do
I
that.
assume they're scary.
Yeah.
They're really, really scary.
I mean, I say that even though Pokemon Go, when that was launched as a open beta, and it's very early testing, lots of people just uploaded content before it was allowed or even released. So you shouldn't be doing that until you're allowed to. But the Overwatch team is very tight knit. Just like when I used to remember when
also, like,
Apple kept things a
yeah.
secret about their new iPhones. Nowadays, it doesn't matter.
Like, even if they get, like, sued, whatever, but they also risk their further collaborations with Blizzard and stuff. So I don't think they would do it. It wouldn't have been smart for the content creators.
Nope, not at all.
Nah, no, these guys are really good
Also,
at
the
what they do.
backlash you would get
Yeah.
from like fans and stuff. It's just not worth it.
It is not worth it. I can't wait to see some more ML7 because this gameplay is actually so damn good.
Yeah.
Like he's
It's
getting
really
into
enjoyable
the
to watch.
fights. Yeah, knows how to keep his distance. That Zenyatta ult.
Like, he is doing something, it's very fun to watch. Like, as a healer, you're healing your team, you're dealing damage, you're everywhere at once. It's so fun to watch this gameplay, in my opinion. Like, and to play, I think it's even gonna be more fun, but it's gonna take a while to get used to as well. So
Oh yeah, shooting through
she doesn't
doorways.
seem easy, if that makes sense. Like, she doesn't seem like an easy character to.
No, especially her projectile speed.
Yeah, true.
And how often you can like jump to your teammates for healing. Let me see if we can find a cooldown because
Yeah, what's the cooldown of that? I
does
want to
ML7 get
ask.
away with this? Oh,
Okay, 40 seconds.
okay.
I don't know that. Well,
So he used the little immortality bell to debuff and cleanse to try to stay alive
Immortals,
just
we
a little
call
bit longer.
them.
I think, and
Immortals.
obviously he still didn't make it out alive, but there was just that little bit of delay to keep him going for just a bit longer. That might have been enough for his teammates to come save him.
Okay, it's 7 seconds.
But yeah, you can
Once
definitely
we've
play solo a lot better with the kunai as your only real weapon, isn't it? Because she can
Yeah,
defend
the
herself,
only
but that's
thing.
it. Like, normally your melee is enough, but that melee damage and body shot with the knife is the same amount of damage. But with the right team, this looks real good. Let's see some Kitsune Rush.
Yeah,
if
I
that
want
also
to
gets
see
pulled
the
off, yeah.
old- Yeah.
I'll see if I can turn up the audio. So for those listening on the podcast, this is ML7 playing Kiriko on King's Row. Ult's not being used yet. It has been used for the enemy.
strong as
ult.
well.
Oh, there it is.
There's the ult.
now it
The
is.
fox jumps in to show you the direction. And then there's the little archways.
Also, obviously, if you get out of that blue line, you lose it, right? Or is it something you keep for an amount and then you lose it? Because I don't know about that.
Think about it like a Lucio default ability where he can just crossfade. And if you're in that
Yeah.
little area,
Okay.
that's
Okay,
where
yeah,
it
that makes
triggers.
sense,
If
yeah.
you're out of it, I think it would start to drop off or it just completely fades out.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm curious
Oh.
about. Like, does it completely disappear? Oh, that was a nice play.
yeah, let's play that
pretty-
again. So just after he reaches the point, ML7 jumps off the map at the
Look at
little
that.
hole in King's Row, last point. Uses the swift step
Look
to
at
recover.
that! Wow.
That's the play. That's the play you do,
That's
and only on
pretty
King's
sick.
Row do you get innovation
Can you
like
get
that.
the Naruto?
Got
Oh my
quaked
gosh.
on by Genji.
Skill issue, simply. Simply a difference in skill.
It is actually a skill diff.
Teleportation is really fun, though. Like, you can go through walls and stuff. That's pretty nice. I don't think any character has that, right? I don't think so. Like, yeah.
Really not that. No, not the
No,
teleport way.
you're right.
I mean,
I guess
besides
Sombra
someone's
Translocator, technically.
Yes.
Yeah. But then this is like, I don't know. Seems very fun to use as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very fun. Let's have a look. So with that in mind, a lot of news has come up about the competitive Overwatch scene. So Kiriko won't be available to play in competitive, but the competitive game mode will be open on day one. So what's this going to include? There is a lot of changes to how ranking up works. So the minimum requirement has been bumped up higher than level 25 in Overwatch 1. So you now have to unlock it. If you are a first-time player, the requirements are slightly different because this is assuming you've never played Overwatch, you can't recall maybe 10 of the heroes are in this game, or if you've just not had an account, you're getting a brand new one. Things will change so that you have to unlock the heroes as you progress. But existing accounts, doesn't matter. You still have access the way you did before. Kiriko is unlocked for you to play. Give her a shot if you've got an Overwatch 1 account. Log back into that bad boy and start playing the new heroes, or just catch up on the existing ones. Then what's changed?
Also make sure to link your phone number.
Yes, you
Do you
do.
know which characters are unlocked for new players from the get-go? Like, some characters have to be available, right, from the start. I know some of the other characters you need to unlock, even if they're from Overwatch 1, but I'm wondering which heroes are available. Do we know that?
That we don't know yet, but I would imagine Soldier 76.
Yeah,
and that
Soldier
kind
was
of
the first
tier.
person.
Like,
yeah.
how often are you gonna
Soldier.
get? It's not gonna be random select. Like, if you were stuck with Soldier, Widow, and Hanzo, and no supports, that wouldn't be too helpful. It's probably gonna be a good mix of the three, and because you at least have 8 heroes in each category, you've got a chance to learn the play styles needed to work together as a team. It's not just about the kills. That's what makes quick play games just go downhill real fast. If you're a tank and you think, oh, you just play a bulkier, a fat DPS, which has been how people described Overwatch 2 with one tank. You are just a fat DPS. You're more resilient, but you also have those options to protect your team, and you should make the most of that. So I think that would be the case.
Yeah.
Everyone has the same, possibly a same pool of heroes across all 3
I
roles.
assume so. Yeah, it should be like that. Maybe like Soldier, I can definitely see being there. Reinhardt as a tank, I can see being free. I'm just like, guessing. Maybe Mercy for healer, or Anna or Lucio, like one of those. Or maybe
even
2 of those, 3 of
Baptiste.
those.
Yeah, Moira is always very accessible, even to my friends who don't play it often. They will jump in and they'll be, oh, I know this Moira character a lot better than anything else because I can be more forgiving with my aim, and I get to do skill orb shots and, pretend that I'm able to get kills from the corner of the room, or, heal people from an angle that they might not even show up at. Skill tier divisions. Yeah, no, you're right. Anyone who's competitive unlocked prior will have access to competitive in Overwatch 2. So October 4th, get into it. I do believe you should play some games of quick play before jumping straight into competitive. That should be a no-brainer. But it's very important. This is not Overwatch 1 with a bunch of other players. The 6v6 format is not the same as your 5v5. You'll notice it a lot more over time, and maybe you just want to get into comp that way. But I think it's much easier if you just kind of take a back seat, then get into it with everyone.
Didn't fresh accounts in Overwatch 1 had to have some level before they could play competitive? That was something, right? So if you had a fresh account level 1, level what?
Level 25. You unlock
oh yeah. So that you still had to play some games before you could play. So it's not a completely new thing, if you think about it. You still had to play before.
Yes, so the requirements this time, if you are a brand new account who hasn't had access to Overwatch before, get 50 wins and you are eligible to play in comp. So it has to be wins. You can play 50 games and they might be all snowballs, both wins and losses, but if they're not all 50 of them wins by that point, that's why your competitive will still be locked out. Just keep playing. You shouldn't need to be counting it. I think competitive will just unlock for you, so you'll just be able to click that brilliant, beautiful competitive icon.
You'll have to contact Blizzard customer service. Hey, I reached my 50 wins. Please unlock it for me.
Yeah, probably. No, you can't cheat with custom game wins, but I'm gonna find out if you can with arcade. I love arcade. It's the best grade mode of all time. To try things. Yeah, they need to be
Arcade.
able to bring back the creative game modes like the Farah and Mercy comps that you could do, like where you could play 3 Mercies and 3 Farahs, or you can mix it up and have 5 Farahs and 1 Mercy.
No limits and stuff.
Yeah, no limits. Team deathmatch, 3v3, that kind of stuff. Skill tiers will come out for Overwatch 2. So what this looks like is really, really detailed, rather than just thinking, oh, you just will go up and down the same tier after a certain number of wins, so you can actually see that progress, not by a number, but by a value. Like, how close are you to promoting to plat from gold? And there will be
Gold.
5 different layers of gold, 5 different layers of plat. So that it will take it a lot longer, will feel like you're making progress, because you can actually see the numbers go up and down with it. But it's not an entire week's worth of gameplay and you feel like you've only just done -3. I think this will visibly feel a lot more convenient for those who played League or other MOBAs and their placement matches.
It's kind of similar.
You play a certain number and then it rates you, but this isn't going to be a number anymore. I think this format is far more reliable in feeling some sort of progress is made, and that you haven't completely lost everything if you just go through a really bad day of losses. You can still make your way back up because you're still in the main gold or plat tiers.
Every 7 wins or 20 losses. That's pretty nice. I mean, it's less anxiety inducing for sure. Like, it's very demoralizing seeing your, SR go down each time you lose. So I think this is going to be better, in my opinion. But I'm not a very competitive player, so,
I've seen your Sombra. It's very competitive. I think I've been sweating when I did a Sombra 1v1 and Pugs. So, yeah, Pugs aren't serious, but the gameplay definitely was. I wouldn't take your Sombra as a joke. It's very deadly.
Thank you.
Are you looking forward to some of the Sombra changes?
Yeah, actually, I played her during the first open beta. I haven't played her the second time.
Yeah, that mostly stayed the same.
But when I played her, I actually really, really liked her, personally. Like, you can hack while you're invisible. Yes, hack isn't the same as before. It's different, but you can still cancel ults and stuff. You can see them through the walls, which is really useful. Like, any time now. Before it was under a certain HP. So now you have more intel, which, I mean, it requires more cooperation, in my opinion. So communication is the key with Sombra, I feel like.
Okay, so as someone playing Sombra more often than I could say that I have, did you find that you actually need to physically be in comms to do that kind of choreography? No. Or you could always just do it by hacking a target?
Well, I played mostly with my friends, so we were always in a call. But I can actually see if I'm playing competitive, I'm going to need to call out some things, even though they can't see it, right? But I feel like you should always communicate with Sombra, even before these changes anyway. So for me, not much has changed in that aspect. I also really love her new design. It's so adorable. But I'm biased, all right? So I really, really love her. Can't wait to play her again, really.
It's good to see her back in action and to see more gameplay. Have some experimentation. I want to see some frag clips from you. If you have plans to upload more.
Definitely. When I play, I'm going to, make amazing plays, obviously. You know what I miss? When you would get ult recharge from HP packs.
That was busted and so fun.
That was actually busted.
It actually made you a god. Would you play any other DPS if everyone else is still on 20% ult charge when you could have your Ryans and other tanks just farming that one health pack? That's so
some
good.
spots it was broken too, like the mega health pack would be right next to your team, so they could always just take it, and it was amazing. I really miss that. That was something I really enjoyed. I'm thinking about other changes, but
here's some changes.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I think so. The scoreboard changes look really nice. So for yourself, as someone trying to improve yourself better, it's always good to have more stats. there's some that are just way too complicated to measure, like how effective May's Ice Wall is versus, say, just measuring how much she's blocked in damage. But say for Junkrat like this, you can see if you actually manage to land direct hits. Most of this looks like it's carried over from Overwatch 1, but I could see them bringing out more stats that are relevant. But solo kills and final blows, that's still important at the end of the day. But to see someone like Kiriko and other support characters in a 5v5 format become more viable at taking kills for the team, or even beating the carry when the DPS is down, I like that you can now see everyone else's stats to go with it. So it's not just for yourself. You don't have to worry about the medal system.
Oh, this is scary though.
The infamous medal system is so pointless to argue about, but it always comes up out of impulse. Like you have a really bad day.
No, it's gonna be like that now because like now they can actually see your damage. It's
they'll be like fuming that no one touched the point, and it's an assault map, and they'll be like, "Look at all this damage I done! Look at it! Look at the scoreboard! You're not blind! I know you aren't! You're playing this game with me." And then at that point, you're just wondering, is it still the same game? Yeah, it is. It is. It's still Overwatch, brought over to Overwatch 2. But the possibilities with this kind of stats is potentially going to make things a bit more usable for replays, and when you want to see how you can improve. So I think on a personal level, it's really good. On a team level, you're still going to get the same kind of flamers, but you don't need to worry about them. They won't last for long. If they're becoming really...
You can compare yourself, really. It's
you gotta
nice.
compare
like you can see enemy damage as well. Yeah. So you can actually maybe learn from it. It's like, why are they dealing more damage? Why am I doing this? And yes, of course, people are going to probably be mad if you're playing DPS and you don't have a lot of damage, which happens to me all the time with Sombra. So I can't wait. I
can say this is really good. So elims, assists, and deaths. Basic stuff right here. Ultimate charge for your team. Also good by seeing them all lined up vertically. Healing and damage mitigated. That's the really good one for tanks. That's
great for
tanks. Me a lot. Damage mitigated by deflect, for example, for Genji. Or Kiriko, since she doesn't have any way to absorb damage, she just takes it in. And she can just give you the healing stats, which will always look a lot higher if you're on a losing team. But on a winning team, that should always be low. Lower is better in the case where you probably do overall more or less healing. You can at least see that on the other side as well. So it's very big that you can see the enemy's scores.
Yeah, that was very... That, when I first played, I think this was an open beta as well, as far as I remember, the first one. It was kind of nice actually seeing the enemy stats as well, because I'm very competitive when I play characters I take pride in, like D.Va, and like you would see the enemy D.Va do more damage or, have better stats. So it kind of, was interesting to check that out as well. I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. Placement matches in season 1, game reports. Yeah, this is the kind of data that's going to be very, very interesting to look at. So whether it's custom games, the whole layout is good, but it's the kind of metrics that they value now, like how long have you played this hero in the map?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can see it by playtime and percentage. What was the final score? All that seems pretty standard. Average per 10 minute is now included with the eliminations, assists, and deaths.
But that's your own average, right? That's not average player.
Yes, average in the match. I think in the match. Okay, if it was like a 2-minute Temple of Anubis, hypothetically, because Temple of Anubis isn't available. It would try to extrapolate that. It'll stretch it to 10 minutes if it was like a 2-minute quick play game. And so if you look at your personal stats, that's all the good stuff that you're used to. But now it's got nice little pictures too. So
I like this. This is new. This is very new.
This
reminds me of the stats you had, but they weren't like this. They weren't displayed like this, and they looked small and kind of confusing. But this is very fresh, like you said. Everything is easy to see, and I like this. Really, I like it a lot, actually.
Skill decay. Let's have a read through this one. Our team has also been considering how to approach players who have not played Overwatch recently. Players who haven't played recently are less likely to maintain their actual prior skill output in a match. True. To help account for this and make matches fairer, players who haven't played in a while will find their internal matchmaking rating lowered to help us reevaluate and determine their current skill level. We'll also adjust their internal matchmaking rating more quickly as they play matches after returning. Returning players will therefore quickly get back to their appropriate skill tier and division as they continue to play. I read this last time, maybe just before we started, and it doesn't actually say anything about decay that happens to your rank after a certain point.
Maybe it doesn't happen. I don't know. Don't quote me on it, though.
I think it would probably just go down faster, but it doesn't go any faster than one step, up or down within that rank. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Competitive rewards, still you have the option to get golden weapons. So golden kunai, golden paper charms, that's pretty
that one looks really sick. Yeah. I think I have some points laying around for another gold weapon, so...
We'll be capping the number of bonus competitive points earned at the end of a season, so you just can't constantly do it, grind it mindlessly. I think that was one of the regrets Mr. Jeff Kaplan, bless him, that he did say he regretted with the way competitive incentives were brought out, like golden guns, highly appreciated. How you get them, not so much. To make that a competitive incentive to just grind the games. It doesn't matter if you won or lose. Yeah. Don't encourage that. And they knew that was one of the main things they needed to address. And so while it still gives you the same rewards, at least the way people approach competitive won't be for the sake of collecting gold guns. I think that's the wrong way to look at it.
Are we still getting sprays? Does it say anything about that? You do.
You do.
The top 500 sprays and icons. That's cool.
I would love to go back to the entire competitive history, because I think there's been 36 seasons of Overwatch that stretch across months, weeks, 3 months. I don't think a competitive season should be more than a month, and I'm glad that it's only it's the right amount of length to match up with patch updates, giving them time to alternate seasons where they can release new maps and then release a new hero afterwards. So that should break things out a lot better and space it out so it doesn't feel like it's being dragged out. It'll be comfy.
And also it says, look, we're introducing new limited competitive titles and you're going to have a name card. I think that's really cool as well. I don't know if we have photos of that, pictures of that, but titles and banners, I think would really make it just look cute and more personalized, in my opinion.
Yep, that's right. So I don't have any screenshots of this, but there is something called Gun Buddies. I think you would recognize those from Valorant. And, the charms.
Yeah.
You can attach to your primary weapon. And because primary weapon changes all the time, I now start to appreciate what these little Gun Buddies can do, because it just gives it that extra character without losing it when you change skins. And the skins are going to be epic. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I really like the direction they're going with the skins. I've seen some of the skins, like the Genji one, for example, the mythic skin. It's very sick. Every other skin I've seen, they've been really just pleasant to look at, even if it's for a character I don't play. Just really like them.
I like the approach they're doing with having a theme this season. That's really it's kind of like cyberpunky. If you want to, you can share the tweet with the Genji showcase.
Before I continue, I got a DM from Slee Overwatch from our previous episodes. Unfortunately, she was only going to be around for a couple of minutes, so we just thought we'd have a chat for 30 more minutes. How are you doing?
Hello.
So we actually have someone in the US, New Zealand, Germany, and Turkey. What the I'll have to censor that out. I've lost when I saw Kiriko, and I've lost when I had set out that we do no swearing. So I'll leave it be. Yes, this is the skin.
Oh yes.
Have you seen this update, Slee? I think you've been keeping an eye on Overwatch 2 updates in the last few days, haven't you?
I've seen some of the skins, but I haven't seen all of them. I haven't been super immersed on Twitter right now, so I've been worrying more about Hurricane. So
yeah, how are you doing with your hurricane. It's incoming.
I didn't lose power. I didn't lose power, surprisingly.
Let's go.
Yay.
I only suffered like a minor internet outage for the last 30 minutes before we started. So that's, in comparison, not bad.
Bro, the longest I lost power for last night was like 30 seconds.
What? And that just got to show you're very fortunate from where you are.
Yeah.
Pretty good. That's good.
What a
Everyone
legend.
else. Okay, so I can't really leave my neighborhood right now because there's trees knocked down. So. And
Okay.
Stay safe, dude. Stay safe.
You're
That's
in a
scary.
natural lockdown. No COVID. This is just a tree or, just rainfall that I
multiple
wouldn't want to
trees.
get out.
Yeah.
So here today, from my last episode, looking at Kiriko, all this new content. Stylosa having a 75% penalty. That's not good. That's still there for anyone who's trying to dodge games in comp.
Let's go.
Yo, let's go. You got your regular shop, which is mixing up both your regular Overwatch 2 currency that you have to buy now with, well, it looks like you can just purchase outright with cash. Try to make it feel like they're two different currencies, but they're the same. One just looks prettier and it's got the look of something that you wouldn't associate with real money. So this isn't new for Overwatch as a concept. In other video games, they always have gems, charms, and I'm not too bothered by that. I'm usually more upset if that's the only way to get pay to win content. So cosmetics, not pay to win. Just because it looks good and it might have special effects like the Pink Mercy skin doesn't mean I think that's pay to win. I want to see.
I mean, you can get this special currency through challengers and stuff. I think they said that. So
I would just like more Jazzy Lucio. Give me one who plays just completely different music, like metal.
oh yeah, talking about that, have you guys heard about the plans, or not the plans, but the vision of some Overwatch developers who want to include collaborations with like other games
that
or
would
like
be
other
pretty
shows or
sick.
whatever. Like
Yeah.
Fortnite did with.
I think I
with
know the one
Naruto.
you're talking about. Let me have a look for that. But yeah, I think that's really cool. They need to do and consider some collaborations, not just as one-offs, or at least they have done one-offs with their own Blizzard ones. So they had, like for example, the Nova Widowmaker skin. That was fire.
Oh,
They can do real good collabs if it's skins, but not new heroes. I think that would be an
Sombra
overinvestment.
skin. The song,
new
the
heroes.
Diablo skin. I chef's kiss.
Bastion.
I was so obsessed with that. It was. I love that so much. The Demon Hunter.
We're forgetting.
Yeah.
We're forgetting about something very big here. Lego Bastion.
Oh yeah, that one was pretty sick too.
True.
Yeah. All the They should
I like
make
all the
more
World
of
of
those.
Warcraft ones.
Yeah, same. And they were free, right? The World of Warcraft. No, they weren't.
Yeah, some
the
of them.
Widowmaker
we
You have to
one
attend
was.
BlizzCon, I think.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I remember. I had that for Sombra. It was like $50 or something.
50?
I don't regret it, but it was expensive.
it was
I'll
like-
tell you that
Yeah, I think it was
much.
like
Oh,
I'm pretty
jeez.
sure
Was it
40 USD.
20? I think it was more. I think it was
40
more.
USD.
Oof. Well,
Yeah.
and then a year later it was free, so it was good.
I'm glad that it was free. In fact, I wish all
Yeah.
the Blizzard skins could be dropped out. The BlizzCon ones from Winston. Was it Reinhardt, the Rainer skin that came out in 2020? That was the last BlizzCon online that they did.
Yeah,
But yeah, I really
maybe.
hope that
Yeah.
we can bring back BlizzCon. One of the ways I think they're going to try to do that is to gauge how many people look forward to the Overwatch League Grand Finals back at the Anaheim Convention Center, same place where BlizzCon is usually hosted. So I don't know. It's in a month's time, the playoffs and the grand finals for the Overwatch League, and they've already been playing Overwatch 2 in the early access for the past 4 months. And they're looking pretty good at the game. It's not artificial as you might think. They got the game only as early as April on the earliest versions where Sojourn was nerfed, so we never even got to try Sojourn at her peak form on release.
That's
Jungle
true.
Queen nerfed down so that her shout isn't going to be very oppressive and reminding everybody of how playing free tanks, free supports went down. But in Overwatch 2. And with Kiriko, who knows? I like that. I like that we don't know because you might see combinations of Zenyatta and Kiriko, or you just have your main support, flex support deal, and Kiriko becomes the stalwart of support heroes going forward. Without looking too OP.
Kiriko and Genji are really strong right now. I know from
also look at this tweet.
Yes, please. Which one is your favorite? Well, let's take a look. Oh my god.
You know my favorite already.
That's your girl. That's your girl. That's my hamster.
Symmetra
I like
so
all
sick.
I like all of those. The only one that confuses me is Cassidy.
Do you have feelings for Cassidy? Where's Cassidy? Yeah, Cassidy's one portrait of a few others were actually shown quite early into some Overwatch League content as well. In the spectator cams, you see a Cassidy and he has this look. It looks fine close up because they're trying to distance themselves away from McCree. I get that. But it still doesn't feel like it's enough. Like it's too jarring to see just some completely different image of him. But this is clearly not that. It's just his hat is more prominent, I think. So as far as design goes, that's the one that sticks out. May is fun.
And Symmetra.
Farah is always the best. And just polishing her up.
She's cute.
Soldier Beard. Brigitte, she cleaned up.
Can you pull up the animations next? Because the hamster animation is absolutely adorable.
Hamster animation, did you send me? Hold on, let's see.
It's a video. Wait, let me tag it again.
Yeah. Does it have sound?
I don't know. I watch it without sound, so we don't need it.
Yeah, we don't. Let's hear it. Okay. So this isn't just one, but everybody. So we just had Diva and heard like Cyberpunk.
I love Doomfist's expression. It's on point.
Wow.
Well, Jungle Queen is boring. I'm sorry.
wait.
Sorry, but it's just really boring. Look at the reason. Look how epic that is.
Let me just look at Doofus again because the eyes of a tiger.
Amazing.
Yeah, you can see the real character. Every single one is so unique. That just looked like Lucio's hat. Or a wig.
Like a little knot. I felt that.
I think Roadhog's had a bit of a workout, and then he turns around and oh no, he's still got the same belly. I looked at this first time with Sigma, and I thought he had a mustache. I'm glad that he doesn't. That was just an animation angle that looked really bad.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's getting better.
My heart is melting.
Okay, there.
That's beauty. That's one way you can make a hamster more adorable.
Zarya is so unbelievably beautiful. I can't.
She still got it.
Ash
has still got it.
Queen. Oof, I love this. I love the hat. It's so good.
I stay away from your Ash at all times because goddamn, you look so fierce in a player of the game. These are all player of the game animations, aren't they? Well, they certainly have that feel. They're not just for player of the game. It's for the intro. Sorry, it's the character select.
Yes.
Oh, yes, classic Genji, but with the Overwatch 2 hood. Golden Hanzo bow, nice.
I like the gold. Yeah.
Right here, Junkrat.
It's incredible how much.
You need to hear it with the sound. As soon as I see that, it's not the same when you hear it without the sound, but there is no sound.
The May is so cute. I love May so much.
It's such a great design when you put everybody together.
Look at that!
So modern. It's a nice winter jacket.
Ooh,
Farah. Oh,
Farah's taking it too seriously.
God damn. You have
Where's
Soldier looking good. Sombra's coming up after Soldier.
Oh, soon after this, yeah. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, Sombra's really cool. I remember.
Oh, nice.
Oh, they went all in with that.
Look at her face. Look at her face.
Symmetra's pretty cool. She just teleports into.
How do you make Symmetra better? I don't know, but they did it. They made her look even more East Asian. Her cultural background just really stands out. Traces too. but people don't generally associate her British design, the aviation pilot kind of look. Anna is fire. With the golden gun too. Have to
Little
have the golden
granny.
gun. I think Baptiste's one is most underrated. It's very neutral. Given his kind of lore, it works very well. Oh, hey friend.
Wow.
She just jumps in out of nowhere. Nothing personal, kiddo. Stab you with
Lucia's
a
really
kunai
nice.
knife.
Wait, I think we got new music.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
that's
one we've
very
seen
sick.
very
Wait.
early on, so you can see how early they worked on that to smooth her out.
Moira's arm is so cool, but it also terrifies me. Sen is just
Any
so
Zen mains
cool.
out there who appreciate this? Because goddamn, I appreciate you. Those
Yeah, I was.
will be the
nice.
best part about that new hero select screen. Just seeing all that character being soaked in again, and how often you see it. It's. I would see that again and again and again, and it would feel so fresh every time. I didn't even remember seeing Reaper's one, so I'll just see it again and be like, oh, that's what his animation's like. They
Sweet.
put
The
so
first
much
one
work
that-
into that. God damn.
They all make me twirl my hair and kick my legs.
Yeah, thanks for reminding
the
me.
comment.
I had this footage to show. Flats Overwatch.
Also, look at,
Hmm.
after this one, I sent the Frogger clip.
Okay. So in this footage here, if you're watching on Spotify, we do have the video version, so please check it out on video format. Kiriko's ultimate that the Kasune
I can
guide you.
simulate the sounds.
And then there's just a pig and a fox running together with his ult. That's going to be ferocious.
I can simulate the sounds. Is it good enough? Spotify users, do you feel immersed?
I
Do
do.
you have the mental picture?
Yeah, whoever's doing Foley, clearly you're related to them. You must be like their uncle. Who does
I'm the
all
voice
the
actor.
music. Yeah, that's the
I'm
sound
the voice
effects.
actor of Roanoke's gun. Unknown fact.
Yeah, making it. I was gonna say, Flat's not Roadhog is the hero. The
Oh, yeah.
the Roadhog dash that comes with that Kiriko ult, and if you top that off with Anna's nano boost, or just do whatever you want from there, you might. I think the flexibility of Kiriko and Anna, it's too good. I wouldn't pass up that opportunity. But clearly, there's a couple other teams focusing on all kinds of tricks. And I can see at least the little footsie animation that's attached to all the heroes who also sped up by the ultimate happens for Kiriko as well, not just Lucio. Just keep an eye on the little green shoes that Kiriko has when she ults in 3, 2, 1. And she's just now coming up on the screen just around the corner. Yeah, look, there's a little green shoe. So it looks like it still keeps going after the ultimate's been passed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I
I'm also
noticed.
looking at Roanoke's PV, like the wind or whatever they're simulating. I've seen it before in Kiriko clips, so I guess it's something every character has. Who
Yeah,
you
so there
know-
would be that subtle, like, noticeable special effect on your screen when you're being boosted.
very
by
noticeable, I
speed.
think.
Yeah, it looks like steam. It's like a little
Yeah,
white
it's
vapor.
steamroller, makes sense.
Yeah, no, that works. That actually works. You also speed up when you heal as Roadhog.
Well, now it
As
just
well.
speeds up everything.
I believe that
It
the
made
hook
me-
is going to feel the same, isn't it? Sorry for interrupting. Sleep.
No. I think it's just the speed boost effect that's coming from the actual ult from Kiriko. It looks like, because as soon as
No,
they
because
use
it's
it,
ended
they're-
now. So I think it was.
No,
I thought there was
there's
an
still the
ultimate.
effect there. There's still the effect there. No. If you look on the floor, it's still there, and now it's gone.
Okay. Just watch it one last
So it's
time.
kind of like an AoE.
Yeah, area effect. And then it sort of fades out after you've stepped out of that area effect.
Because, like, see, you have the effect around
Yep,
the
so
screen,
it lasts for just
and it goes away.
like a second or two longer.
and then right there, you see it on the floor.
Oh, okay, so now it's clicked. That's really cool. So it's not just
Also,
like
is that the new
one
Portugal
thing.
map
You were
that we
saying?
just on? Was that the Portugal map? The new one? I forgot the name. I think it's situated.
Let's
Portugal.
work out the Portugal map name together. In the meantime, I'll show a nice little frag combo with Kiriko and Genji. This one's got
Yes.
sound, so let's have a listen to this one.
96, 96, 96. I'm pumping as soon as we get it.
Frogger on Genji? Jesus.
Main one. Oh, Mercy's
Bonk,
upstairs.
bonk.
Forget G?
Ah, nice shit.
the amount of light slices. It's insane.
Oh my god!
I'm already
That-
crying
that
and
is-
sad.
Frogger is
Oh.
absolutely popping off, dude.
Okay.
Dude, that's gonna have to get nerfed into the ground. Like, that is such a broken ult.
No, let this beastly. Some things don't need to be nerfed just yet. Let people play this one out, because I feel like that's why Sojourn is not getting as much love. As well as
Okay,
some
I
other
will-
reasons. I
That's-
don't think
that's
it's a good
sad.
game.
There's probably gonna be a Roadhog Kiriko meta, and I do not want a Roadhog meta. So nerf this into the ground or remove Hawk from the game. You have two options. Overwatch developer
The
team.
alternative to
I will
that,
not be afraid.
the alternative is simple. Just group up as a team. You get your experience, and you never play Roadhog. As long as granted your teammates don't. Slee, you better get on that Hawk game. Not just on
I
Ilios.
hate Hog. I hate Hog. I hate
This
Hog.
this
I
this
hate
threat
Hog.
to work Overwatch 1 is not gonna work Overwatch 2.
Remind me again, what's
Wait,
everyone's
Genji
roles
and
again?
Hanzo is trending.
What's your preferred heroes? I think KJ, I think it's clear you're a DPS. Under Shadow.
Yeah, so
By everyone thinking
Yeah.
you play support mostly, or Diva.
I'd say Diva Sombra are my like top played. May, Sombra, Diva. My queens.
What do you play, Greedy?
Support. I'm basic. I'm boring.
Yeah,
But
but
I've been playing a lot.
any preferred
No.
heroes? Zen?
Good.
Zen definitely. Zen Ana.
Reinhardt, because you're German? Token German.
I
thing.
guess I've never touched Reinhardt. But it's just because I'm German. I would call myself a Reinhardt main. You see, as a German, if I would touch Reinhardt, it would be unfair for my fellow Platt people and stuff. Like I would just roll them. Like I'm born to be Grandmaster. It would be too mean. I can't.
So, with things that change and things that get good, we also have to say goodbye to a few things. Like on Twitch, we don't have an Overwatch tab anymore. Everyone's been migrated over to Overwatch 2, which is currently sitting at this refresh, somewhere around 20th to 28th. Yeah, somewhere
Oh, I
around
see
there.
it.
Yeah, it takes a while to notice, but just keep an eye on this. This is where it is right now. It's definitely a lot lower than this. If you looked 2-3 months ago, if you
Yeah.
exclude the betas, where it popped off to 100,000, 1 million viewers for a day.
And then it went to 2,000.
Yeah, it just went kaput. So we're expecting this to go for a little longer because this is the official release of the early access. That is free for everyone, but you can also purchase a watch point pack to get those nice benefits of the battle pass, as well as some neat, unique skins. And I'd have to say farewell to the patch notes of Overwatch 1. Unfortunately, there's nothing really here that's changed. Anything before that doesn't matter anymore, as nearly every hero gets an overhaul, cosmetic-wise and skill-wise. Have you guys decided what to do with the rest of your tokens?
I thought I'm gonna get converted.
But I only have like 2K, so I don't think I'm gonna have to do, a lot with it.
Yeah, you can
So-
still get some 1,000 token skins
I'm
from
broke.
previous events, or emotes, or sprays that might not be available come
I
Overwatch
think
2.
only, like,
I really wanted the Diva skin, the recolor, but I didn't get to play, so maybe that.
Slee,
The
how many
Academy.
loot boxes did we end up opening again?
like over 100 on stream.
Yeah, 100
Wow.
together.
Is that around there?
Did you end up just having the
have-
automatic update telling you that it was all open for you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's a rest in peace. Not going through all
I'm
1,500.
glad they did that. Like, otherwise, yeah.
Time saved. Yeah, there's no other way you'd get rid of them all in one time, one sitting. It's that many.
Yeah, because I almost have 29k coins now. From, like
Wow.
3K or something like that.
Oh, that's so sick.
That off this.
Yeah, and you have more than one
Love
account,
that.
right? Is that what's going to happen come Overwatch 2?
I
You'll have,
haven't looked at the other accounts yet. I haven't
yeah,
logged
you might
into
have to
them.
merge them all. Thoughts about this Defense Matrix initiative? So it's a combination of them talking about the security implementations they have to prevent hacking and cheating, and also recording voice comms, on top of explaining how new players would be able to get into the game. So there's this whole thing about machine learning to work out if you're doing something sus, should you be reported. And this whole section here that has caused a lot of controversy online on Twitter. First time user experience. The thing I have against this phrasing, FTUE, is that user experience already has a shorthand. It's called UX, user experience. It could have been called FTux, not FTUI. Sounds like a Twitch name.
Tifu.
Tifu.
Yeah, Tifu. Yeah.
It's Tifu. It's
Yeah.
Tifu, but backwards. Budget Tifu.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so if you want to be a Tifu, you just have to create a new account. But keep in mind, you need to have a mobile number attached with new accounts to play Overwatch 2.
And returning accounts.
But you get all this ping system, competitive, stats and reports per game. Endorsements are now combined into this one godly looking number. I can't wait to get back to 5 again. Defense Matrix has a lot of security behind it that we just won't know about. So a lot of work goes into preventing cheats in a paid game like Overwatch. But as a free game, they just have to double down. The exposure to more potential threats
definitely.
and just people exploiting the game or bugs and glitches that are exploited in a harmful way are just going to be rampant when you give that exposure out to everybody. Prepay numbers. I want to actually work out, especially with my Australia and New Zealand friends, how big this is going to be. Can you use this with a prepay number, or is there just no access at all? What are they going to do about it? For all my Overwatch friends who have cricket plans or Vodafone plans, Vodafone's changing to 1, so they just took out the Voda, and they could have called it Da Phone, but they just called it 1 instead of phone. So,
Bruh.
Cricket Wireless. I know
Cricket
for a
Wireless.
fact that I know for a fact does not work. I know someone who uses Cricket Wireless and their phone number doesn't work.
Yeah, I'd like to see if I can get in
So-
touch. Those of you listening to the podcast who happen to be in Australia and New Zealand, I think you've probably got better things to do if you're listening to this. But please, get in touch. Hit us up on Ecopoint Podcast on Twitter or on YouTube. Hopefully we'll get an upload of this episode. Leave us in some comments if you can tell us more about your mobile plans, if you think this is working for you, if you're struggling. I'd like to know just going forward. Anyone else who would like to talk about that next episode. Okay. This is how we started. This is how I ended it. Was there any other screenshots, grabs that you'd like to talk about that we missed? I think there was definitely a couple.
All I can say is I'm really excited to play Sombra. So,
Yeah, let's get it.
yeah. Just really, really looking forward to it. And Kiriko as well. Like, after today, I'm even more hyped about her because I actually learned things that I didn't know previously. So, I can't wait to give her a try as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, do check it out. Greedy, are you still here?
Yes. Obviously.
Yes.
Enjoying the mukbang.
What are you looking forward to? Just a lot of mukbangs with Hanzo. Just multiple Hanzos in a custom game with this emote. Just sitting down, just busy eating sushi. That's how I'd wait in my long queue times. I don't think we'll have to worry about that anymore, that's for sure. If queue times are going longer than 30 seconds,
Dude,
that's-
I'm so glad that they just didn't make it reappear. Like the
Yeah, see, this is nice. This is a great, quirky way to do it.
yeah.
Hans is
Instead
a
of
very
just-
serious man. He only takes that one piece that keeps popping out because he has no idea there's other pieces on it.
Yeah, they're partially blind.
Okay, I think I'll wrap this up for today. Thanks everyone for joining, especially Slee, coming MVP after a storm.
Thank you.
I joined in like 20 minutes late because I saw you in the VIP chat in Overwatch.
Okay, I hadn't even noticed. I guess you just wanted to just jump in to say hi, and I'm totally for that. I'm down for that next time.
'Cause I just saw you for there, and I'm like, yo, sick.
Sick.
I'll join. Freaking,
You know what?
yo.
Sick. October 4th. If you guys are there, I can't wait to play with you guys.
I'm gonna be out of state.
Sounds like a good call. Take a good breather. And besides, I think queues are going to be massive. I have not forgotten what that felt like on day one of Overwatch
Don't
1.
remind me. Don't remind me. I
Bruh.
remember.
It's the fight to see who can get in. And
Yeah,
look,
like your friends could get in and you would be left out. It was the worst feeling ever. I hated it so much. I don't miss it.
cool. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
You too.